Good morning, my loves. I'm going to be coming into the group a few times today, actually. But because it's Monday morning, I'm here to do this week's energy forecast. So if this is your first one, then let me just kind of give you the lowdown of what it is. I'm going to pull a card and bring forward a message that is intended for me right now to be giving you an idea of what to expect from the energies of this week. However, because energy is not a linear thing, if you stumble across this video, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years from now, there is likely still a message in here for you. Now, normally I work with kind of my typical workhorse deck. Today, I felt really called to pull from Colette Baron Reid's Wisdom of the Oracle. This is a deck I really love and the artwork really speaks to me, but it's not my usual jam. So I'm just going to kind of follow the guidance and see where it takes me. Okay, so if we're just setting the intention of the energy for this week, what card do we most need right now? This one? Okay. Okay. So the card that we've pulled is called Time to Go. Let's just get it to a place where it's not all crazy and reflective there. It's a glossy card, so it's a bit tricky. This is an invitation for us to take stock with the things that are working really well and the things that aren't. It's asking us to get really honest with ourselves in a way that we aren't accustomed to doing, that feels a little bit uncomfortable. But because we have these visions of how great things can be, and we know that there's more to life, to the world, to the universe than the way we're living it right now, we're asked to be able to claim that next level greatness is always the term that comes in for me. Now, the thing is that if we keep doing things the way that we've always done them, we're going to keep getting the same results we've always had. That's just the way it works. And if we're expecting it to be different, then we're actually putting a lot of unnecessary pressure and stock on ourselves to be able to make transformations, like massive transformations under the same conditions. Like, it's actually really unfair of us to expect that to happen. And so when we get to this place where we're in this state of being willing to consider that things are not working, and it doesn't mean like burn it all to the ground. It's really just getting clear about what things are and what things aren't working. And then getting really honest about what you're willing to change. Not everybody who can see that bigger picture, that next level greatness, is ready for it. There are a whole bunch of underlying things that can be working out between like our cultural and societal programming, our own belief systems about like what's possible for us, our worthiness stories. There's so many things that can be in the way of being able to claim that next level. And so just because you can see it doesn't mean you need to claim it, right? You still have free will. You still get to choose. And that's so important in this place because oftentimes there's a pressure on ourselves to be able to, because we can see it, we want it and it's tangible, we can like taste it, and it's actually sometimes very frustrating. But in order to get from here to there, things need to shift, and often in some really uncomfortable and drastic ways. So you'll see people who are having their relationships end, they're leaving their careers. And I'm not telling you to do these things. I'm just saying that like sometimes this is how dramatic the change has to be able to get to that next level. And not everybody is willing to be in the discomfort and the unknowing space that happens when we make these massive life changes. So for the things that you are willing to let go of, it's being clear about what they are and then making a plan, giving yourself a timeline. For the things that you're not willing to let go of, it's being able to love yourself anyway. So if you're doing a single step today, it's all about self-love and self-acceptance, because those are the kind of the major building blocks of being able to be open to receive our divine connection. And so just because, like I said, just because you can see something doesn't mean you actually have to go for it. You still get to choose. You get to choose if the risk is worth it for you. You get to choose if the change is worth it, if you're willing to be in the discomfort. All of that is entirely up to you. And if you're not, there's zero judgment here. No one can decide what's right for you but you. You get to choose. And so there is also this really big piece of, if we're choosing not to let things go, if we're choosing to stay the course, to have this immense love and compassion for ourselves through that process, and also some pride in the fact that we have made a decision. We're not doing this on autopilot. We're not letting kind of our life do it by itself. We are consciously choosing to engage. And that's a very empowering place to be. So there is that discomfort of digging in and looking at these uncomfortable truths and getting real about how things are. But there is that really beautiful empowerment piece of choosing whether you want to stay or go and not just letting it happen by default. So that's actually like really big energy for this week. And I hope that that inspires you and it doesn't freak you out a little bit too much. But yeah, let me know how it resonates for you, how it's showing up for you this week. And maybe it'll be Friday, you come back and you comment on the video and say, oh my God, this is how it happened. But we do really want to use this community in a way that is a space for you to share these experiences, because I want to hear how it's unfolding for you, because we learn so much from each other. All right. So that is it for this week, my loves. And just as a quick note, if you haven't already heard, the doors for Due North opened today. So if you head over to serena.ca/Due North, you can get the full scoop about what it's all about, what kind of time commitment you're looking at. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Okay. Have a beautiful rest of your day, my sweet. Take care.